Okay, hello YouTube. Now,
Oh gosh, she's connecting again, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. But okay. Okay, now, small rooms. Some of you will stay here with me, and the other will go to the room 1. And in the breakout rooms, don't forget to choose a leader, or you can make the dynamic that you feel more comfortable for everyone. And don't forget to introduce yourself, say something about you. So I will open here. We have 45, 47 minutes to talk. And when it's time to back, I will warn you. Okay. And let's go. Okay, Andrea is no. Ayla, Antonio, Márcia, and Wanda will stay here. Or not. Yes. Oh my God, technical problems. But okay, we can do in this way. So, Isabel, could you start introducing yourself?
Sure. Okay. So my name is Isabel. I'm 22 years old. I live in Florianópolis, south of Brazil, and I'm finished my graduate in graphic design at UDESC. I will finish next month. It's very near. And well, I work in area as well in an internship for now. And I work from home. I live with my family, and I am talking talk since January of this year. For the moment, just studying English, but I'm here to improve my English and maybe in the future go travel and talk easily with another another one.
Good. Wellington?
Good evening. I'm Wellington. I'm 28 years old. I live in Diadema, São Paulo. I'm married. I have 2 daughters, and I'm project analyst in a pharmaceutical company. I'm graduated in project engineering and I do MBA, the project management. Yes, I'm here since this month. It's my fourth time here, and I want to improve my English, of course, and meet new people and improve by myself, not just in English, but in several uh, aspects, you know. So this is
Yeah. Here we develop a lot of things, not just English. Good. So Jefferson on the beach.
Yeah, good evening, guys. I'm not on the beach. I'm in Goiânia, Goiás, the best and most beautiful city of Brazil because I live here. I'm Jefferson. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. It's a pleasure to be here to talk with you. I have 2 daughters, 3 dogs, two birds, a lot of plants, and that's it.
Thank you, Jefferson. Andrea?
Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm Andrea. I'm 46 years old. I live in Guarujá, the coast of São Paulo. It's a beach place, like Jefferson. It's the background. I work as an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. I was born in São Bernardo do Campo, near Wellington. What else, guys, about me? I am married. I don't have kids, no pets, but I have a lot of plants in my little balcony. That's it.
Good. And Nayara, hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
So-
Okay, I am Nayara. I am 30 years old. I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina. I am married and I don't have children. I have 2 dogs. I am a financial analyst. And yeah, I think it's that.
Thank you, Nayara. I put here the questions. Today we're going to talk about opinions. So the first question is, it's better to talk about and share your opinions or keep them to yourself? So any volunteer want to start?
Me. I think it's important to share your opinion, but depending on the situation or on the person, we need to control and maybe keep with us this opinion, because sometimes we can cause a fight. So it's important to deal with this kind of situation and understand the moment, I think, guys.
Right. And could you choose another person to answer?
Yes, Isabel, please.
I agree with Andrea, but I am in a moment that I'm thinking a lot about don't share anything about opinions, maybe polemic, something like that, because it's very hard to get a great conversation or discussing nowadays, I think. So it's difficult maybe for us, for me, or for another one, understand the different opinions and try to slow down and conversation with calm. So I have some experience that it's not good share opinions about a topic that, for example, that everyone is talking about and we have different opinions. But even that, I think it's important because if we don't share our opinions about the things, we never get a conclusion of the things, whatever is it. So even of these difficulties, even that it's important, and we need to try get a good conversations. Okay, and go on, Wellington. What do you think?
I totally agree with you, and Andrea said, because nowadays it's very difficult to discuss and talk something. It's better sometimes you don't speak, you just see what happens, and but it's important to say and show the others what you think, and try to find a better way for the problem, for example. In the context, in professional context, it's important, and not in general, but in the business case, we need to say, we need to put our opinion, because you need to show that you work, that you need, that that you can do something, and if you don't agree, you need to talk about, because it's if you don't say, it's a problem for you, not for others. Could be you can be feeling bad things, and can prejudicar your particular life, for example. So it's important, but depend of the context, as you said. And what do you think about Jefferson?
Yeah, I agree with you. It depends on the context. In my case, a professional, share your opinion all the time, and I love to be productive discussions and understand the reality and try to change the reality. when you were participating in TNT, I think it's the same. Every time you must have opinion about something. It's impossible. If you have no opinion, it's better not to come to TNT. So you must have opinion. And this is, for me, it's so good. But in other cases, if you share your opinion with someone, it's not good. It's someone with the heart, you have. It's not so good to discuss only with fake news and something of this, and that situation. I think it's not so good. You can escalate it, conflict unnecessary. So it's better you might to keep your opinion to yourself. It's better. I really don't like that situation, but most of the time, I think it's important to have opinion about everything. You can have a profound opinion or a shallow opinion. This depends of the context.
Right. Yes, I also agree. I think we need to have an opinion about the things. It's not necessary, oh, I have a big opinion, a deep opinion, and discussed a lot about this, but tend to a side, for example. And Nayara, what do you think?
I think the most important is to respect the other person. And yes, I think it's very important to share your opinion, but you need to be open to listen to, because some people think they are always right, and then this kind of person, it's really difficult to share ideas or share about whatever it is. Nowadays, I like to say what I think. I like to share good things about English, for example, in my social media, and then I try to keep those people who also like to share good things close to me. And yeah, but for example, in my work, sometimes I prefer just to be quiet, to have my peace, to avoid some problems that we have during the job. But the most of time, I like to share what I think with respect, of course.
Right. And I will ask you, the number 2 is related with this, but how do you deal with people who have different opinions of yours?
I think I don't need to deal with this, because it's normal. You have your opinion and I have mine, so I just need to respect you. I don't share my ideas to change what you think. I'm just saying what I think, but you can think different than me, and this is not a problem. I think the problem is when for example, oh, I think this is the correct way to do the things, and I want to change your mind, and I want you do the same like I'm doing. I think this is the wrong thing to do. So, but I think it's good, because I can't imagine it in this world if everyone have the same opinion about everything. I think this is not, it's gonna be good. So I think we need to have different opinions, but like I said before, we need just to respect.
Right. I will not answer now, but Jefferson, could you?
Yeah, I agree with her. It's very important to approach such a situation to respect and empathy. In my case, I used to listen actively the other perspective, to pay attention, really to pay attention, to understand the point of view of the the other person, and to look for common grounds. Now, more and more for common ground. It's okay. Let's talk about this, and it's so good. And talk about my team, about the music that I like, the beer that I like. It's okay. But it's something that I really don't like. I dislike. I try to change the way to talk, or maybe something like this. And the most important thing, you have constructive dialogue, dialogue, and to understand the others, to empathy, as I said, and not to finish the dialogue with disagree. I think this is not so good. It's terrible when you talk with somebody. At the end of the talk, you disagree with a lot of things, and you finish the conversation. I think this is not so good for our mental health.
Mhm. Yes, and I will add something. I think it's interesting when we find a point in common, not agree, a point that they both agree, but when we get this discussion and these different opinions and build a better thing. So I think it's very important, not just in the workplace, but in the oh my God, the personal life. I think it's important to build this get something in common in this discussion and build a big thing. Isabel? You.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too if in a conversation we found similar point of view and try to build something. I think is the best solution for the problems. But how I deal with people who have different opinions, well, I try to listen and understand that this person has some opinion, even I don't like this person have the right to say. But I admit if I am in a, as I said before, in a polemic discussion with a polemic topic, for example, I have some difficult to stay calm, as I said, but it's an exercise that I need to do every time because I think it's important to be calm and hear the opinions, even this is difficult. So I try to do that. It's not every time that is happen good, I think, but it's something that I every time is trying to be better, listen, and even in a polemic topic, something like that.
Wellington?
Well, it's the same. I listen, of course. I respect and try to show my point of view, of course, and try to learn with others, even though it's different that I thought, that I think. And because I think that we can grow, even though it's different, totally different, but you can learn something, of course. Just even though it's respect the other and to be keep calm, breathe deeper, deeper, and something you can learn. So I try to do that and say my opinion, try to show my point of view and learning with different opinions, and yes, keep the conversation the level good, not just not go fight to others. And if I see that the other don't want to listen to me, I finish the conversation and okay, I go to my way and don't care about that, you know. I try to don't like levar pro pessoal. I try that. And how about you, Andrea?
Yeah, guys, I agree with all of you, and I think it's important to listening, and the most important is to be respectful with the person, each other, you know, because you cannot impose your opinion, or people cannot impose their opinion for you. So everybody has different way to think, different thoughts. So I think it's very necessary to respect it, you know. So that's it.
Very good, guys. So let's go to number 3. Do you think it's necessary to have, I'm very sad about this. Do you think it's necessary to have an opinion on everything? So I will keep open, so if you want to share. Okay, Wellington, go there. Any volunteer? Or we can skip.
Well, I have a point of view about this. Because I don't know if it's in this week, I don't remember, but I'm reflecting something that I heard about. We have a lot of information very easily about the problems that we have, and in the same time that something happened, there's a lot of person that talking about that problem, even about the wars or even about everything, and we have a lot of people that just hear something and think that this person have an opinion about that. So I think we need to take care. I'm not saying about you can have opinions about the something. I'm trying to say just for a help, something like that, to try stay calm, because there's a lot of information and we don't know about all the topics, all the things we always trying to learn. So in my opinion, it's very important not share your opinions about everything, and even then it's not necessary to have opinion about all the topics, because it's difficult, you know. We know a lot of things, and it's difficult to I don't know this term in English, but it's digerir the things and try to understand the situation, and before that we think about something. So in my opinion, it's not necessary to have opinions for everything.
Right. And I have one point about this. Like, I think everybody has an opinion for something. Like, even though we don't study or we don't know deep the situation, but maybe it's not necessary to explain your opinion or say it out loud. For example, some people put on Instagram and in WhatsApp groups and expose their opinion. Sometimes you just need to digerir. I will search here how can I say this, but you need to understand more. Think.
Digest.
Yes. Thank you, Jefferson. We need to digest, and then maybe in some good hour, in a time that you want to explain or share this, you can share. It's not, you have an opinion, but you don't need to expose this to the world. Oh my God, I have an opinion. But I think everybody has a small opinion about everything. It's not necessary, but I think everybody has a small opinion. Anyone want to say? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I think it's not necessary. I'm not Google, I'm not Bing, I'm not ChatGPT to do everything or opinion on everything. It's impossible. But I think it's important to admit to have enough information. You have enough information, it's okay. It's so good to talk about something. When I find a friend of mine to talk about music, to talk about soccer, to talk about politicians, to talk about economics, it's okay. So it's so nice. It's so nice. That means that we have enough information, or just a little bit of information to understand a topic, to validate the conversation. For me, this is very important. But when you work in some profession, in my case, as professor, as economist, and professional financial in the Brazilian economy, I must know a lot about this. So I must have almost everything because it's terrible. It's not so good when a student or asking about something that I'm teaching. That's why you must to prepare a lot. If you work with something, I think it's necessary the most information possible. But sometimes I have doubts, no problem. But most of the time, I know how to answer because I study a lot to teach. And for me, this is very important. And the lack of knowledge, and I think it's sometimes is not so good. As you said, sometimes you talk with somebody, and somebody has no opinion, no not just opinion, no information, and begin to talk about this and that. It's very common with me, sometimes about financial, and the guys giving me opinion. You must do this, must do that, and I just listen for, oh my gosh, take care of this guy. I study a lot about this, and this guy want to teach me how to invest the best way, and must do this and do that. And he's not an economist. He's somebody just have some kind of information.
Teacher's life is not easy.
Yes, I think the teacher, the profession must to study a lot to be good at what you're
Yes.
doing. I think the same the other profession. If engineer, some kind of engineer, you must study a lot. You must know a lot about that. If you're a journalist, it's the same. A nurse is the same.
Yes, when you are in a position to teach to another person, I think we need to have knowledge necessary to pass this. And okay, it's normal, don't know as well, to search and give after. It's okay. Okay, let's go to number 4. Let me see. Yes. Do you think there is any benefit of listening to people you disagree with? Wellington, could you start?
Well, depends. If you need to listen, you listen. But if you it's not necessary, I think it's better you don't listen. But in the both case, I think, as I said, we can learn. We can learn something. Not the subject, the main subject, but you can develop a new thought, a new, I don't know, you can train your calm, train your breath. uh, you know, so it's a beneficial. You can find what you can develop and training while you listen the other opinion. But of course, sometimes it's difficult to listen. Depend of the context, depend of the topic, as I said, because each one has their own thought, culture, family traditions. Some topics is very difficult and polemical, so it's not good you listen but you can find a good way to learn or improve something. I think it's difficult, but you can find a beneficial about.
And Andrea?
Yes, it's a difficult question, guys, in my opinion, because I don't like to talk with stubborn people, person. So this kind of person, it's difficult to, how can I say that? This kind of person don't agree with you, but most of the time, they don't want to listen you. Even you have your opinion, they don't want to listen your opinion because they think they are the right person. So it is difficult to handle this kind of situation. But as Wellington said, I think we always learn from the others, so it's important to listening, but sometimes you need to just breathe, okay, and keep calming. That's it. And you, Jefferson.
I love this when I'm teaching and when I have students with a lot of knowledge, with different opinion. This can broaden my understanding. This can challenge, can change my beliefs. Can help me to define the problem and to think the other way to solve the problem. And this can promote tolerance, can promote empathy, and I love with this. The contradictory is so nice. Just to, as I said, you can improve a lot your knowledge, the way you think about the subject. This can encourage critical things and help you see issues in various perspectives and something amazing. I do this almost in every class because I love to put problems to my student to solve. I love. I put the talk on the class about some subject, and I used to say, now we're gonna to discuss. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? All the time, I discuss with the students, and they will search for data, figures, numbers to see the point of view, and sometimes about theories. We have a lot of theories, economics, and for me this is amazing. But as Andrea said, when you find somebody that has your opinion and can't listen, why you must listen to this guy? Why? Come on, get out of this guy. Come on, let's go talk about another thing that's better for your life, for your health.
Nayara?
Yes, I didn't answer the question number 3, so I can answer the question number 3 and number 4. Well, I think you become a more interesting person when you have opinion about various subjects, and I think that when you know a little bit about a lot of things, you can discover yourself more too. So I don't see a problem with you saying what do you think. I think the problem is that when you think you are right, always right, how I say before. And yeah, I think I don't like when I saw people sharing or talking about, oh, for you to have a successful life, you need to get married, you need to have children, and you need to work a lot, or maybe you need to become a doctor or a lawyer, or just have a high position in your company. And I think this is this is not right, because everyone has their own story and their own process about the life. So I think that. And About the question number 4, yes, I think because if you are an open mind person, you can change your opinion. It's not a problem. If you are a humble person and try to understand the other person point of view, I think it's a great idea. I think the people that don't like to talk or to listen people that don't agree with you, it's a kind of humble person, I think.
Right. Thank you for sharing. Isabel?
Okay. I agree with Jefferson about her different opinions and try to share and have this conversation with another person. But in the same way, I agree with André that is sometimes a hard hard moment or have this conversation. If this person don't want to understand your point of view, or even you have some disagreement that is maybe give to the conversation a hard discussing, something like that. But in the same way, for example, if you read an opinion in the internet and you saw a horrible opinion for some assume, because of that, this person, for example, share her opinion, you understand that it's for example, that is a horrible opinion. So you have this, how can I say that? You can analyze, for example, compare to something that you know that is right, compared to something that you read or see a horrible opinion for some topic, and you understand that is not correct, for example. So I think it's important to hear this kind of opinion and opinions that you know that is right, for example. So my opinion is that, but it's difficult situation, but I think it's important to listen.
Right. Anyone want to add something? Or we can go to another. Okay. I will skip some questions because I think we already said or is related what we answer. And number 8 is, do you always give your honest opinion when asked for it? Or do you sometimes bend the truth or you hide the truth? Andrea.
It's difficult, guys. I am not I don't like to be false with others, but depending on the situation, it's better to say something that will maybe make the person happy, just this time, for example. But yeah, I try to be honest. I like to be in this way, but sometimes we need to think about the consequences, what you are saying. So not everybody understand your truth. So if it's the person, it's how can I say, a person that is near you, your friend, for example, okay, but it's just a person that you don't have so much contact. It's difficult to say the truth all the time. Thank you, Nayara.
I'm very honest. I can be another way, it's me, I don't know. I think it's because I like to be myself. It's just that. And when you need to pretend something that you don't want to say, I think it's not good for you. So yeah, sometimes I can it's not that I'm not honest, but sometimes like in my work, I just prefer just to be quiet sometimes and I don't say nothing. But yeah, the most of time I'm very, very honest, and I'm not honest with the other people. Yes, I am, but the first place I am honest with myself, and I think this is the most important.
Really good. Isabel?
Well, I try always to be honest, but I think at the moment, if I don't agree with something, and I don't know, I am in a group, and I know that this group maybe almost all the group have a different opinion than me, I'm trying to be quiet. I have this kind of um, I forgot the term, comportamento.
Behavior?
Behavior, thank you. Behavior. But I think it's very important changes that if you see the opportunity, of course, depends of the contest, all those things. But if you are in for example, in a contest that you need to share your opinion in a group conversation, I think it's important to share it. But even that, I try to be honest if I say something about my opinion. But in the same way, in that kind of situation, I stay more quiet.
Right. Yes, I agree with Nayara about being honest with you. I think it's okay like you bend the truth if you don't feel comfortable to say your opinion in that moment, for example, in a group or with someone that you don't know and how the person will react about this. So maybe it's not bend the truth, but just to stay quiet and don't say, oh, yeah, it's okay, and change the subject discussed. And I think it's a way to be to respect you and understand that maybe it's not the time, the moment to share your opinion, and it will become a bad thing if you say your honest opinion. So I think it's, I don't know, like it's a bom senso time to reflect, but I try to be honest in my opinions and create limits between me and people. Wellington, how about your opinion?
In my opinion, the first thing, if someone asks my opinion, of course I will say my opinion. Sometimes, of course, as Andrea said, everybody said, I think, sometimes we must be political, you know. You will share your opinion, but another ways, another, you know, because you need to see and realize the context, who who ask your opinion. If your boss, you will say different if your co-work or colleague ask your opinion. So we need to be honest all the time, of course, but we can change our speech, depend of the context, depend depend of the situation. And sometimes we need to be political, you know, like in general. And I think Jefferson, right?
Yeah. In my case, most of the time, this is honest opinion. Sometimes it's not so easy. It's very hard to give some opinion, but sometimes you know you must to bend the truth. If you, for example, about emotions or something like this, I I said this here before. I have a brother that was too bad with a terrible disease, and the doctor said me that your brother will die in 6 months. It's okay. And my brother asked me, what did the doctor said? No, the doctor said you're okay. It's so nice. It's okay. Sometimes you can say the truth. That's better. And if you can just a little lie for emotional for a guy to feel comfortable, it's okay. No problem to this kind of lie. It's no problem.
Right. So I will back to other guys because time is finishing. Anyone want to share about number 10? Where do you think our opinions come from? Isabel said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Jeff.
Most of my opinions come from my books. I love my books. Just it.
Okay. Isabel, do you want to share? You said yes.
Sorry, I don't know if my audio, I don't know how to say that in English, but escutei uma coisa antes que você falou.
Okay.
But no, I think everything is okay for me.
Okay. So the others is backing 1 minute. Yes. 1 second, actually. Okay, Ayla, Wanda, Valdeni are back. How was the conversation?
Really good. I love this subject. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. And what was the main point, Wanda, in your discussion?
And the main point, I think, is if the environment is safe, we can share our opinion. But if the environment is a toxic environment, you need to get safe, and don't share anything.
Yes. I think we said this, but in other words here in the main room. But I really agree. Thank you, Wanda, for sharing. And Antonio.
Hi.
How was the conversation for you?
The conversation was so good to listen the different answers, the opinions, and I liked so much. Mainly because when we're talking the conversation, a word with person that think the same opinion is so bored. For this question, it's good to listen the different.
Right. Thank you, Antonio. Laudani, could you answer the number 10? Where do you think our opinions come from?
Yes, I think we come from our life, the things our life in this world with other people, our experience about we study and we make about this.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you for sharing. And Ayla, do you want to share something to finalize our meeting?
Oh, it was so cool conversation to share our opinions. It's a good opportunity to learn and to think about our beliefs, what you believe, and it's so healthy, and it's a good subject. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all for coming. I put here on chat the survey link so you can give some suggestion for the other meeting, to other meetings, something to improve on Talk and Talk or